Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Shane, and usually when I sit down to film a new tutorial, I'm always so nervous because I'm putting my work out there, and I don't think, I'm fantastic at makeup. I still need a lot of practice, so I'm always really nervous when sitting down. That's basically the moral of that story. But today, I don't even want to feel nervous. I just want to come on here and not even think about uploading this video or like comments or anything. I need to take a breather. I need to breathe in and breathe out. I've had such a hard week, such an emotionally, physically really difficult week. And one of the things that I love to do when I'm stressed out and I want to relax is makeup. There are a couple of new makeup products that I want to try today, so we're just gonna play with makeup and come up with something today. I don't even care what it looks like. First thing is first, I've had a rough week, like I mentioned. I want to start with a glass of wine. I am actually not a wine drinker. I am on the hunt for a wine that I enjoy because, hey, let's be honest, sometimes I have a really tough week. Sometimes I just want to drink, but I don't want to like get drunk. Like my usual go-to drink is a Captain & Coke. I just want something light and girly and fruity, and I can just have a glass and take a load off once in a while. I do have some ice cubes in here. These are actually Primark ice cubes. There's like 2 little flamingos and a watermelon because I purchased this wine not long ago. I did throw it in the refrigerator for maybe a half hour, so it's a little bit chill. But this is a Pink Rose Relax wine. I don't know. The bottle, first of all, drew my attention. But it says Relax Pink is a fruity Spanish rose or rosé with the fresh aromas of strawberries, raspberries, and cherries. It's beautifully balanced with a refreshing crispness and soft round finish, wonderful on its own or as a complement to cold salads, cheeses, and spicy foods served chilled. So it's a product of Spain, so let's go ahead and give this a try. I even love the cap. It says, chill and unwind. You read my mind. Oh, Lordy. We're going to start with a little, color-wise, it is a little pink. It's hard to kind of tell because there are pink flamingos in it. It looks like a very, very, maybe a light pink or so, but we'll just start with a little bit. Let's just take a moment to relax, unwind, screw that on tight. I don't know what it is about wine, but I can't get past this particular flavor that all wines share. Whew, that's strong. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Let me put that off to the side. Within reach, however. Like I mentioned, we have a couple of new products to start with, but most of everything you have seen. But let's go ahead and get started. So first of all, my face needs a little bit of moisture, and I've been loving this sample of Glam & Glow Water Burst treatment. I'm sorry, this is the Hydrated Glow Moisturizer, and I've just been loving it. I ran out of my Clinique moisturizer, so I've been using this little guy just to buy me a little more time. So I just take a little bit, scoop it up, and it's a very wet feeling. Oh, but the smell, it almost smells like Starburst, which is crazy. Like, it's reminding me of Pink Starburst. Oh, that feels nice. It just feels so like refreshing. Like, I feel like I just washed my face, but oh, that's nice. It's exactly what my skin needed. All right, moving on, we're actually going to be diving into one of our newer products. So I had been using the Urban Decay Optical Illusion Primer, and I'm so on the fence about primers because I feel like I've never bought in a primer. I must say, I love the Professional by Benefit, but I've never bought a primer where I feel like it just really smooths and blurs my pores, and that's what I struggle with the most. Once I get all my foundations on, all my creams are set with powders, I can always see pores, especially right here, and it drives me nuts. So again, I've been using the Optical Illusion one by Urban Decay, which I think is great. It lays on, it definitely blurs a lot, but I just want a little bit more. So we're gonna try a new one because I am running out. I have a little bit left I can use up, but today we're gonna use the Tarte High Performance Naturals Timeless Smoothing primer, and I love the packaging as well. So let's go ahead and open it so I can show you guys. I don't know what it is about Tarte. Maybe it's because I just had never owned any of their products that I've just been in a Tarte kick, but like I'm obsessed with Tarte right now. But this is what it is. So it comes in like this little pan. I don't know. I think it's very beautiful packaging. It just says Tarte on the top. Already has some of my fingerprints, which is lovely, but it screws off. Ooh, that is so satisfying. New products are amazing. Look at this though. The formula looks so creamy and so delicious. I cannot wait to get my hands on this. So I don't know how much I'm supposed to use, so we're gonna start with a little. I just wanna, oh my gosh, that texture though. It almost feels like frosting. Like if I'm not looking at it and I was to guess what I'm dipping my finger into, that's what it feels like. It's a tub of frosting. Oh, I'm so sad that had to get ruined, but it had to get done. So I'm taking a little bit on one of my fingers here. Okay, it has a little bit of a smell. Let's just go ahead and start putting this on. All right, I really want to see what the heck this primer is doing. I mean, it looks like it's blurring, but I'm not really going to be able to tell you right away what this primer, how I feel about this primer until everything else is on and set. That's when I'm really gonna see my pores. Primer is on, and I must say it feels good. It doesn't feel like, I don't really feel any tack or anything. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels like my skin can still breathe. It doesn't feel like it's being suffocated. So my very first thought of this is good. Like I said, once we have the rest of my face done, we'll have a better idea of how I like it. I don't feel like I had to use that much product, so I feel like you'll definitely, you know, get quite a bit of uses out of this. So that was kind of my first impression on that. So let's go ahead, continue moving on. For foundation recently, I've actually been mixing two. This has been like my favorite combination for the summertime. So I'm a girl who loves my full coverage and I love my mattified looks, but in the summertime I like a little more glow, a little bit more sheen, where necessarily I might not want to wear it in the winter time. So what I like to do is, first of all, take my Amazonian Clay, again by Tarte. This is their full coverage foundation. This is in the color light medium beige, which is a little bit darker for me, but I got this color when I was also self-tanning regularly as well. So I like to just take a little bit of this on the back of my hand. So this is going to help add that extra coverage that I want. And then I'm going to take my Fit Me foundation by Maybelline, but this is the Dewy and Smooth formula, and then I add a little bit more of this. This one is in the color, this one is in the color 120 Classic Ivory. So there's a clear color difference between the two on the back of my hand, at least in person, but once I mix them around, I actually get a pretty good match. That bird is eating my outdoor, hey! So I decided last Christmas that I didn't want to take down my Christmas lights every single year and put them back up. Instead, I wanted to keep them up and then, you know, to see if they were working every year, replace the strings that needed to be replaced, because Mama's getting tired of that crap. Needless to say, I have a string of lights still strung. I have like this balcony. Right here, I'm in front of a balcony window. You open the sliding door and you can go out. And I had like these two birds and they were munching on my Christmas lights. Not cool. And next I'm going to take this beauty blender, and this was in my subscriber unboxing, and I know it's dirty. We're gonna use it though. So I love using this big like fat end just to push the product in. Oh, there's a bunny. Oh, my neighborhood is all full of stuff today. What I like about these foundations, like one, the Amazonian one is obviously a little bit thicker, but the Dewy one just has such a light formula, and I think it covers everything, but it also allows your skin to breathe. And it's really affordable. It's a drugstore product, so I think that's the best part. I'm also going to make sure that I bring it onto my ears. My hair is literally driving me bananas today. Next, I'm going into my Tarte Shape Tape in the color Light. And this formula I find to be pretty thick, So I'm going to go pretty light-handed. I don't know why, but I love the smell of this product. A little bit down my nose. I'm going to go in with this like double-sided, almost triangle blender here. And I'm actually going to use the bigger side. And I'm just going to start pressing out my concealer. And as I get toward my nose, I'm going to go a little bit up on my nose. I find this concealer to be really, really, really brightening. The only issue that I have with it is that I do find that it creases. Maybe it's just my setting powder, I'm not sure, but I use either Airspun translucent powder or I use the Maybelline Fit Me, which have both been recommended to me in videos before, and they didn't have any problem with creasing. So I'm wondering if it's the concealer, but it's such a popular concealer, so I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm tired all the time and I'm getting older. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna get through that glass, I'm not gonna lie, guys. It's very like, oh. I tried. I'm gonna use my Fit Me one that I talked about. This one is from Maybelline. This one I don't use if I'm tan because it's so brightening. It's almost too white if I'm a little bit darker. But for my natural skin tone, it's perfect. So I'm gonna take one side and I'm using a wet beauty sponge. I'm going to pat this right into my skin. I'm debating on whether to show you guys my eyebrow routine on camera or not. I don't know, just because I have a whole palette to talk about as well, and we gotta do the rest of the face. Ugh. Maybe next time. If you guys want to see an updated brow routine, let me know, and I'll make sure that I record one in my next tutorial. Just nothing has really changed. I'm still using my Anastasia Brow Wiz in the color, I think it's brunette, hang on, dark brown. So that hasn't changed at all. I just feel like it saves us a little bit of time. So I'll see you guys in just a sec. Are my eyebrows always that big, or did I just... I don't know. It just, they look bigger than usual to me today. Anyways, this powder has obviously had plenty of time to set. Do you see what I mean? Do you see this creasing? Holy smokes. Do you guys see this? It's also probably because I've just gotten no sleep either, but I just like to be honest about the products that I'm using, and I love the Shape Tape and I love these powders. Just today, for some reason, that creasing is really terrible. I'm quickly going to set my eyebrows. I just like to use the e.l.f. brow gel. I don't spend a lot of money on setting my brows. I feel like it works and it's literally $1. But I like to set my brows after I wipe the powder away. That way I'm not wiping my powder away while my brow gel is still wet. And then I get powder all in my brows, so I just wipe it away and then I go in. Alright, next we're moving on to the eyes, and this is the other new product that I have. So I got my hands on the Dominique Cosmetics Latte Palette. This was a very spur of the moment purchase. I saw it at Ulta. I remember seeing her video about it, so I was really excited about it. I do watch Kristen Dominique, but I do love the packaging as well. The unicarton is beautiful, being this nice rose gold with the big DC, and of course saying Dominique Cosmetics. The back says a latte palette and gives you a sneak peek of the colors, lets you know the ingredients cruelty-free. That's fantastic. Then the carton itself is this white with like the rose gold lettering and like this mosaic, almost tile looking pattern. I'm gonna have to check out DominiqueBeauty.com. I want to see if she has any other stuff out. Oops, my packaging got a little bit, there's like a scratch there. Someone must have touched it. Anyways, you open it up and it's this gorgeous palette. Oh, look at these colors. So you can remove this plastic and oh, you just have this gorgeous variety of colors. I'm obsessed. So we have hazelnut, caramel, vanilla cream. So let me quickly swatch those. Oh my god. The formula feels so smooth and creamy. I love that. Oh wow. Look at that. They're all extremely pigmented. Even this light one, the vanilla cream, is showing up beautifully. Oh, I wiped it away and literally hazelnut is still like, hey, what's up? We're gonna swatch mocha and pumpkin spice. Ooh, look at that. Now, of course, finger swatches, it just gives you a good idea of the color, but the true test is when we put it on our eyes. So I'm just giving you an idea of what's in this palette. So these are all mattes. You have 2 more mattes down here, which I'm going to swatch next. The like greenish blue one is called Cold Brew, and then the purple one is called Double Shot. I love the names of these, by the way. Oh my god. That is amazing. Like, the pigment in these are amazing. The formula feels incredible. I'm just gonna switch hands real quick because this hand's getting tired. We're gonna swatch these 3, which I don't know if they're metallics or like maybe like a chrome finish, but we have creme brulee, we have macchiato, and we have espresso. Oh my god. Wow, wow, wow. These are absolutely stunning. Don't feel maybe as creamy as the mattes do, but it still has this incredible color payoff. So I'm really excited to create a look. I don't even care if the look really goes together. I just wanna play with makeup today. I think I kind of have an idea of the direction that I want to go. I want to try to use as many colors as I can today, and then of course we can come back to this palette. So let me bring you in, come a little closer. Don't be scared. All right, let's go ahead and start. I think I'm gonna start by taking vanilla cream here and just applying that all over my lid, all the way up to my brow bone. Whoa, look at that. Woo! So a little bit of kickback, definitely nothing crazy, but you can tell like the bristles are coated. Sweep this all over the lid, kind of set our cream concealer, give ourselves a nice base. Oh, you know what I'm noticing? There's not like a real true highlighting shade in here. Interesting. You know, luckily I do have options in front of me if I do decide that I want like a nice highlighting brow bone. Let me see what I actually have. Ooh, this might be pretty. I kind of want to try this as a highlight. This is from ColourPop. This is called Jinxie, and this is from it was, I think, a quad that I got this from, and I haven't been able to try it, so I'm gonna keep that aside because we might add that. Next, I want to work on some crease colors, so let's go ahead and find, what do I want? What do I want? I don't know. Also, I've just still been loving this to switch colors. One of my brushes just has a little bit of pigment on from last time, so I'm gonna use this, wipe this away. If you have no idea what this is the new Hue shadow switching pan, so it allows you to switch colors without actually having to wash your brush, which is fantastic. So I think I'm going to take a little bit of this, and we're just going to start off slowly, build our way up. So I'm going to take Caramel. Oh my gosh, this is round of applause. I think you can really tell that this palette was really thought out, that the formula, you know, was really, really perfected, because this is amazing. It does have some kickback, but I'm not mad at it, because what I'm getting is this gorgeous, creamy, easy to blend formula. It's buildable, but you don't even have to build it. That's the perfect thing, is that it already in one swipe will go on so pigmented, but if you want that little extra something, it also allows you to do that without getting too cakey or just a mess, a muddy mess. That's not what I'm getting. So I'm bringing that color pretty close up to that brow bone there. Like I said, I think I'm going to try to go into that ColourPop a little bit later, but I want to get pretty close up to the brow. Really appreciate this color. This color, I would literally just put it all over my lids and up into my crease, throw on some liner, and go. It's such a pretty shade by itself. Now that I have a basic crease, and I definitely want to go in with some more color, add some more dimension, I think I'm going to try to use this entire top row in this look as well. So I think I'm going to go next into Pumpkin Spice. Sorry about any quick shift. I had to do a quick memory card change. We're back. Let's go into Pumpkin Spice. I'm going to take this little fluffy brush from an Urban Decay palette. I'm just going to start putting this right into that crease. I'm going to blend it up a little bit, not too high, but I definitely, when I look forward, I just want to make sure that I can still see the eyeshadow. I'm obsessed with this palette. Like, I don't know, she just did such an amazing job, and I'm so excited about this. This is like my favorite formula that I think I've ever used in a eyeshadow. They're just so incredibly creamy and soft, and like I barely have to use my bristles. Pretty much does the blending for you. It's amazing. Next, I'm going to take my Morphe M507 brush. And the last, oh, actually, I'm sorry. We have two on this row that we haven't used. I'm going to go into Hazelnut, and I'm going to start bringing this down in my outer V. Not really going to bring it like farther into my crease because I want the other colors to have their moments as well. So I'm really just keeping this color packed here. Of course, I don't want any harsh edges, however, so I can always go back into any other brushes and blend out those edges if I have to. That was so easy. Like that took me, what, 30 seconds at the most? I hate eyeshadows that you just have to like sit there and blend and sit there and blend and then apply more because you blended too much, and it's a mess. Like you're just trying to create a beautiful look, and it shouldn't be that hard. This is amazing. It makes it so easy. It's buildable. I just added a little more color, tap off my brush, work it in there. Oh my gosh. I have no affiliation with this palette whatsoever. Dominique, no idea, not a clue who I am. I'm just obsessed with this, and when I find good products, I really like to share them. Then I'm going to take a little bit of a denser Morphe brush. This is the Morphe M321, just a little bit wider and shorter, and a little denser than the other one we just used. So this one, I'm going to go into our last shade at the top, which is this brown fudgy shade called Mocha. I'm just going to take a little bit of that, really don't need a lot, pack that right here, just to deepen out that outer V just a little bit more. What I love about this palette is that sometimes when I do this and I layer eyeshadows, it gets really hard to tell the difference between one eyeshadow into another. This one, it's blended, but I can see I put a brown here, I put like a burnt orange here, I put a lighter orange here, I put that caramel shadow there. I can even see that yellow shade that we put underneath, the vanilla bean underneath. Oh, by the way, I'm going to switch to the fluffier Morphe just to blend this out a little bit. It's all blended, but you can see the difference between the eyeshadows, and I feel like that's what makes this such a beautiful and thought out look, and I love that. Tiniest bit of brown just brought that little bit of intensity into the look that I was looking for. So just making sure the other eye matches, and just going in, adding a little bit of product. Once I have it applied, go into the fluffier Morphe brush and just ever so slightly, even using like little circular motions, blend that out. It's definitely more on the warm side that we're going for today, but I also want to use either the blue or the purple underneath my eyes, just again because we're playing with the palette, but just for kind of fun. So what do I want to do? First, do I want to use purple or do I want to use blue? Honestly, I'm kind of thinking blue. So with that said, I'm going to swatch the blue again, my cold brew, and then you know what I'm going to do? Swatch the other three real quick. Alright, I think we're going to go with Espresso here, which is kind of more on like a green side. It's really pretty. Naturally, I want to use my fingers with any metallic or chrome kind of eyeshadow, but I have nails, so we're not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to use this little e.l.f. flat shader brush. I think it's going to be the perfect brush to use for this. We'll dip into it a little tiny bit of kickback, a little less I think than the mattes, and then we're going to, oh, it's really pretty. It's really pretty applied with a dry brush. I do want to see what it would look like if I wet the brush a little bit, but to give the palette a fair shot, I'm going to use it dry first, just to see if it makes a big difference. I'm going to take a little bit of setting spray. Ooh. Spray the brush, use the wet brush, and go right over that. Ooh, that just added just a little bit more. So I actually think I'm going to skip out on a waterline today. But let's go ahead and take my ColourPop color in Jinxie again that we talked about earlier. It's a little sheer, but I think it'll be perfect for a look like this. So I'm going to take a little bit on my brush. This is an even smaller e.l.f. brush. This is actually supposed to be used for concealer, but I use it for like detail eyeshadow. I'm just going to apply a little bit. What side did I put it on? There she is. Oh, that's perfect. What I really want to do is just take my finger and go I love working with cream eyeshadows with my fingers because the heat from your fingers also helps melt the eyeshadows down so they're a little bit creamier. You know what? I think I'm going to take a little more of that vanilla cream color as well and pat it on my inner tear duct. Ooh, there we go. It brightened it up a little bit more. I just like really bright inner corners because I'm always tired. So that laugh though. Next, I'm going to go back into my Morphe 507. And I still, again, want to use this blue on my lower lash line, but I do want to go back into caramel and apply this on my lower lash line at first. I want a little bit of a smokier eye, so I'm just going to sweep this color back and forth, and I'm bringing it down kind of far because I really want this color to still be shown after the other colors are applied. Before we go back into the blue, I'm just going to take a tiny bit more of fudge, and I just want to sweep it on the outer corner so it's meeting up with the top eyeshadow so everything kind of connects and blends together. Especially because I don't think I'm going to do eyeliner today. I think I'm going to skip out maybe a little bit on the inner tear duct to help my eyelashes blend in. My browns are applied, so I'm going to go in one more time, again with that little bit of a denser Morphe brush. And now we're dipping into Cold Brew. I'm so excited to see how this goes on. This one I'm going to keep closer to the lash line. I think I'm just kind of blown away a little bit, so I'm just going to smoke this out a little bit more. Not by adding more product, I'm just sweeping my brush over the blue that I already have down just to give it a more sexy and nighttime smoky eye. I must say, this palette kind of blew my mind a little bit. Kind of blew my mind. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't read anything up on this product. I didn't look at any tutorials, nothing. Like literally nothing. I'm going to add just a little bit of liquid liner again to the inner corner of my eyes because whenever I apply my fake lashes without any liner, the center of my eyes never quite look right, so I always like to add just a little bit of liner. I'm not trying to go for like an eyeliner look, I'm just trying to pull the whole look together. I'm actually going to go ahead and curl my lashes since I'm not doing like a big thick eyeliner band today. And then of course going in with my L'Oreal Telescopic Mascara. Okay, my mascara is applied to both my top and bottom lashes and my falsies are getting tacky. So I'm going to quickly go in and bronze with my Becca bronzer. This poor guy got smashed and I lost so much product, so I definitely need to replace her soon. Now the only problem that I'm seeing with today, this bronzer works for today's look because I'm using a lot of warm toned colors, but when I wear grays or taupes or even like purples, I don't like super warm bronzers. So I definitely, you know, when I go back, definitely either want to look for a palette that has both warm tones for when I'm more tan or I go on vacation, but I also want some more cool tones as well, more for so like an everyday look. Of course, if I do something like this warm, I would use a bronzer like this, but like I said, if I go for something a little cooler, especially when the winter rolls back around, I just want something in my collection a little bit more cool toned. I'm actually going to take a little bit of my Airspun translucent powder here. Oh, so careful opening up this. Just a little bit. I'm going to take a little bit on this brush and just kind of sweep it right over the bronzer. This is a new technique I also came across recently. I think Lipstick Nick was talking about this. I believe it's called veiling. And she said just take a little bit of translucent powder if you just kind of want to diminish anything a little bit. So I just want to turn down the volume on this bronzer just a little bit. So I'm taking some translucent powder and just kind of going over it lightly. Lashes are ready. Let me go ahead and pop those on. By the way, while I'm putting on my lashes here, I can see like my pores and stuff where I would have my issues. And I actually think I can still definitely see pores. Like there's no real life Photoshop. But, oh, I still got black stuff on my nose. But I feel like it definitely looks better than the Optical Illusion primer. So if I were to go back and, you know, repurchase one once I run out again, I'll probably use the Tarte one again unless I decide to try something new. Also, I actually introduced this palette in a haul, but this is the Narcissist the Wanted One Cheek palettes. I'm trying to think of which one I want to use today. This one's very like peachy. I'm almost debating skipping blush today. I'm almost debating on skipping blush because I have so much color already going on my eyes. We're gonna skip it. We're gonna skip it. Sure. But I am not gonna skip doing a little bit of highlighting. So I'm gonna take my Amarezzi Anastasia Hills highlighter. I'm gonna take this highlighting brush from e.l.f. Oh, you know what? I think I might add this on my eyes too. Tap that off.
Hello, it's me. I'm wondering what happened. Hello?
Can you hear me? I'm in California dreaming about where we used to be when we were younger and free. I forgot how I felt before the world fell out of view. There's such a difference between us and a million miles. I'm going to take a little bit of this highlighter and add it probably on my inner corner, maybe a little bit on my brow bone as well, because it just matches today's look so well. I can't help it.
Hello from the other side. I mustn't call it time to tell you I'm sorry. Hello from the other side.
Yes! Last. Oh, hello, Mr. Birdie. Oh, hello. He's like clinging. He's clinging to my screen. Oh, he's so cute and little. I love birds. Anyways, we need to find something for my lips. And bear with me because the majority of my lipstick is in my little makeup bag, which is currently downstairs. And I don't want to risk waking up my kiddo. So let's see what we got. I have some ColourPop nudes here, which I'm kind of leaning towards. This one is Beeper, but I think this one is quite dark. Oh yeah. Rain. Ooh, I think Rain is a newer one, actually. I kind of have more like oranges on my eyes than like reds. Oh my god. Oh, I got an idea. Guys, bear with me. So I kind of want to play off of the idea that I have blue under my eyes first. I want to go in with my Scandalized by Rimmel London, and I am going to add a little bit of my, whoops, sugar. That's a lot brighter than I thought it was. Hang on, what about this blue? This one is from Rimmel. It's still like a bright blue, but it's not as bright as the Scandalized one, so I'm gonna use this one. Guys, what am I doing? What am I doing? I had a pretty look and I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I think what I'm gonna do is just tone down the blue in my waterline just a little bit by taking, this is Sparkle Leopard. It's a NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. Unfortunately, I thought this was gonna work, but it's much greener. Oops. It's much greener than I thought it was, so different color. I can't get it up. Soon, my pet, soon. I think I might have found our winner chicken dinner here. We're gonna try this. This is my jam. It's a metallic. Let's give it a try. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying to make something work. So this is why I'm going to try this. I'm going to take Beeper. Beeper is applied. Now I'm going to try to go over a little bit with Rain. I just want to give it a try. This is a shade that I haven't worn yet, and I want to see what it looks like. So let's apply this right over Beeper. I think it's really pretty. I do really like this shade. Oh, look at my fingers, guys. We made a mess. But I'm really happy with it. It actually turned out to be a really pretty look. I do love the blue underneath the eyes. I love the highlight. I love the lip. I think it's very beautiful. And most importantly, I love that I feel a lot better than I did when we first started. I'm glad that we got to test out this new primer. I really, really love it. I recommend you give it a try yourself. And I absolutely 100% recommend you getting your hands on this Dominique Cosmetics palette. It's amazing. I think it was maybe $36, so like cheaper than your Urban Decay, you know, more expensive than your drugstore. However, I just had so much fun just creating creating this look with you and not really worrying about making sure that the look came out perfect. And this was just really, really stress relieving, and I just feel a lot better. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I hope you enjoyed just chit-chatting, playing with some new products today. Thank you for just hanging out with me and helping me feel a little bit better than I was earlier. So yeah, that is it, you guys. So if you enjoyed the video, please go ahead and leave a big thumbs up, and if you don't want to miss any new videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys!